Time Warner Cable is pleased to be an underwriting sponsor for Carolina Week.
Coming up on the February 22nd edition of Carolina Week.
I'm Elizabeth Lamb. I'll tell you about a controversy surrounding one Chapel Hill nursing home.
Back on campus, we'll tell you how these dancing students raked in money for a good cause for 24 hours straight.
In sports, the beautiful weather came just in time for opening day. Plus, the women's swimming and diving team finishes off the year strong.
Weathercaster Joe Belanger will tell us if this weekend's sunny skies and warmer temperatures will stick with us throughout this week.
All that and Mama Dip's keeping it in the family. Carolina Week starts right now.
From the James F. Goodman Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, connecting campus and community, this is Carolina Week.
The state launches an investigation of a local nursing home after multiple patients appeared over-medicated. Hello and welcome to Carolina Week. I'm Andrea Blanford.
And I'm Chris Neal. Thanks for joining us. The Britt Haven Nursing Home has launched its own investigation into the incident. The Chapel Hill Police Department has turned over its investigation to the SBI. Elizabeth Lamb is live in our newsroom with more. Elizabeth?
Chris, anytime we put loved ones in the nursing home, we're handing them over to other people to care for. Now the question becomes whether or not 6 patients received medicine they should have received.
Britt Haven Nursing Home at the corner of Europa and Legion Drive in Chapel Hill is at a crossroads of controversy with the State Bureau of Investigation. 6 patients in the Alzheimer's wing at Britt Haven visited UNC hospitals last week and tested positive for opiates like painkillers, morphine, and codeine that shouldn't have been in their systems. One of those patients died. Chapel Hill native Michael Ivey says his grandmother has lived at Britt Haven for 10 years.
I grieve for the family who lost their family members because it could easily be my grandmother.
While the state looks into why opiates appeared in these patient systems, Sutton drugstore pharmacist Ryan Maines says medical professionals at the nursing home should have only used opiates if the patients were in pain.
They had to be administered one way or the other. And it's really, the more I think about it, I can't come up with a good reason.
In fact, he says opiates generally counteract the drugs given to Alzheimer's patients. But if they were used to sedate patients, safer, less controversial drugs could have been a better option. The nursing home has taken steps to keep its residents safe, like replacing some medications and eliminating dietary supplements.
With the nursing home representative this weekend and this morning with no results.
Okay, Elizabeth, what exactly is the status of the state investigation?
Well, Chris, nursing home licensing officials are waiting for lab results to see if the patients were given the wrong medicine by mistake, or if someone was just trying to cover something up.
All right, that's Elizabeth Lamb starting us off live in the newsroom. Thanks, Elizabeth.
UNC System President Erskine Bowles still plans to stay in the job until the Board of Governors can find a replacement, but he won't be here full time. Bowles will begin working with the Obama administration to help manage the nation's debt, nearly $1.5 trillion worth. He'll work on a commission to help Congress figure out what steps the government can take to reduce the deficit. The commission should have the report on the president's desk by December 1st. Bowles says transparency is key to fixing the problem.
I'm going to tell you what the president told us. And he said, look, if we're going to get to the promised land, everything's got to be on the table.
Bowles says we all need to be ready because whatever the commission recommends is going to be painful.
Chances are you've had trouble finding a parking spot on or near Franklin Street. Starting today, you'll have much more options. The town of Chapel Hill is working to add spaces to 2 parking lots off West Rosemary Street. The lot just west of the old town hall is still getting its final touches, but when it opens, it will add 17 new parking spaces. In addition, the larger lot across from the University Square added 10 more spots. The additional spots are part of a series of improvements aimed at strengthening the overall health of downtown.
Here in Chapel Hill, we could soon be testing a new network by Google. Chapel Hill is fighting to be one of the towns across the country to test the fiber optic network. According to Google, by using this network, you can expect your internet to work at a rate more than 100 times faster than normal broadband. This network could also help local businesses attract customers and even bring more businesses downtown.
New funds for road construction in Orange County will soon allow you to drive on freshly paved roads without worrying about potholes. Orange County has received $7.5 million for road reconstruction. The project is aimed at improving the safety of bicyclists and pedestrians who travel the area. The American Recovery and Reinstatement Act will fund the project. Goals include widening roads, bicycle lanes, and sidewalks, and improving pavement on I-40 and I-85. Crews will also resurface more than 15 miles of other roads.
24 hours is enough time to change lives. This weekend marked the 12th annual UNC Dance Marathon, where Carolina students go without sleep or rest for a very special cause. 1,600 Tar Heels stood on their feet in Fetzer Gym in support of the patients and families of the North Carolina Children's Hospital. And with a theme like Treasure Island, dancers can say they raised some booty for the kids.
A lot of my friends were like, oh my gosh, that's a long time to stand on your feet. And I was just like, nah, it's okay.
Junior Erica Presley danced for the first time last year and says deciding to come back for round 2 was an easy choice.
It's just a very powerful symbol to stand on your feet for 24 hours. It's powerful for yourself. It's powerful to see all these people doing it with you.
In the months leading up to the marathon, each dancer raises $150. Committees host events on campus, and donors give generously to the For the Kids Fund. All money raised goes directly to covering expenses such as Christmas presents, phone cards, and school supplies for families while their children undergo treatment at UNC hospitals. But the 2010 marathon MC, Jeremy Crowdhamel, says this event provides much more than just financial support.
And this is actually just kind of us showing solidarity with the families. They are on their feet and they're at the hospital for weeks, months, years sometimes. And we're just saying, here's 24 hours for you. We're going to stand, we're going to sacrifice.
And sacrifice they do.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. While standing on their feet for 24 hours, dancers tend to get creative.
While there was plenty of entertainment and games, a cappella performances, and dance routines by UNC's finest athletes, the dancers still looked for relief wherever they could get it. Sometimes that was doing yoga with Woolly Bull, getting a foot rub from a friend, or just shaking it out to the DM line dance. And when 1,600 dancers need a second wind, they take a field trip to the bell tower to break the Guinness World Record for the longest massage train. Back inside, the families express their gratitude, reminding the dancers that their simple act of standing makes a difference. And finally, after one last dance rave, the grand totals revealed: more than $421,000 for the kids. Exhaustion collides with joy and jubilation, and the tears begin to roll. And with that, a chance to sit down. For more photos from the 2010 UNC Dance Marathon, please visit our website at carolinaweek.org.
It's still February, but UNC students are already looking forward to spring break.
That's right. Coming up, we'll show you how students are getting an early start on that beach body.
We all know Haiti was hit by a devastating earthquake.
Tens of thousands of Haitians have died, and that number is rising.
We don't have time to sit around and talk about what we can do to help.
Because they continue to run short of food and water.
Medical supplies.
Support for relief workers.
There's still something every one of us can do.
You can help by donating today.
By giving now.
Because one more thing they're running short of is time.
I'm starving. What's for breakfast?
Guten Tag!
Johannes, Franz!
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblams, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you.
Bobby? Susie?
Don't worry, that's just the power of the arts!
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
College students know about the dangers of the freshman 15. Natalie Sink joins us in the studio with more. Natalie, once you gain that weight, it can be a struggle to get it off.
It can, Andrea, and you have to be smart about it because rapid weight loss might do more harm than good.
UNC sophomore Rachel Shepard says eating salads is helping her get ready for spring break.
I'm heading back to Florida where it'll definitely be sunny and ultimate beach weather and want to look good in a bikini.
Lenore manager Lisa Holmes oversees the menu.
Are mainly in females come springtime, especially in eating habits. Males, not so much. I don't think they worry as much about their bathing suit body as girls do.
Fitness instructor Danielle Norkus says women are eating less, but exercising more.
I definitely see a huge surge in the numbers when spring break comes up. There's a wait list on the treadmills and on the ellipticals.
A 2006 study found that 4 out of 5 college women are trying to lose weight. It also found students use weight loss methods that can be harmful, such as low-calorie intake, skipping meals, low-carb and low-protein diets, and increased exercise to achieve their goals. Dietitian Amanda Holliday says rapid weight loss doesn't work.
They limit their calories very quickly, and then we see that they almost go into starvation mode. We'll see their metabolism drop some, and then once they start to consume again, they overconsume and gain a lot of weight.
Holliday says the best way to lose weight is to eat a healthful diet, exercise regularly, and take in plenty of fluids. So, Andrea, long-term lifestyle changes are what really make the difference, not quick-fix dieting.
Natalie, how can you tell if a diet is good or bad?
Students can schedule a nutrition consultation at Campus Health Services where the professionals will help you make better decisions.
All right, that's Natalie Sink in the studio. Thanks, Natalie.
All of that working out seems to be paying off. Orange County is the second healthiest county in the state. That's according to a report by the University of Wisconsin and the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. The study ranks counties across the U.S. according to mortality rates and the quality of life. Our county has some of the best health care in the state and the lowest smoking rate. The study also looked at Orange County's relatively high employment and average income. Orange County health officials say that although they're proud of this status, they'd like to see an improvement in the air quality and the availability of fresh foods. Johnson County comes in 32nd, Durham County is number 11, Chatham County is 4th, you already know Orange County is 2nd, and Wake County tops the charts at number 1. One reason people in our area are so healthy is that we have so many sports-related ways to help others. For example, Zeta Tau Alpha and Kappa Alpha held the Hoops for Hope 3-on-3 basketball tournament Sunday to support breast cancer research and fight against muscular dystrophy. Students paid $15 to shoot some hoops at the South Campus Recreation Center. After the tournament, ZTA provided a pasta dinner for $5 per person. Altogether, the events brought in more than $2,000.
Cases of H1N1 are still popping up on college campuses across North Carolina and around the nation. The North Carolina Division of Public Health is sponsoring a college immunization campaign this month, targeting students at sporting events. A division spokesperson says as of late January, only 5% of 19 to 24-year-olds have received the H1N1 vaccination. College campuses across the state are offering vaccination clinics to try to increase these numbers and to keep students healthy this winter. UNC is one of the 8 colleges involved in the immunization campaign, but is the only one not offering on-site administration of the vaccine at athletic events. Instead, university officials say students should attend immunization clinics on campus. Yellow Ribbons represents those serving in the military overseas and their families awaiting their return. Carolina Troop supporters hosted the Yellow Ribbon 5K Saturday morning to benefit UNC's Veterans Scholarship. Students and families of troops abroad showed support by gathering on a sunny morning to run the 3 miles. The signal to start the race blared and runners ran for the finish line, enjoying the spring-like weather and the backing of supporters along the route as they raised about $1,000. Wow, the weather could not have been perfect for that event.
That's right. This morning was a little bit of a different story. We had some rain this morning. Joe Belanger is here to tell us what we can expect for the rest of the week. Joe?
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, today really was kind of a washout, unfortunately. Had to dodge some of those puddles on the way. Coming up after the break, though, we'll take a look to see when we can expect those skies to clear and whether or not these water comes to stay with us for the rest of the week.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, and this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Back to Carolina Week. I'm weather forecaster Joe Belanger here to take a look at your week ahead. We got to enjoy a really nice weekend this past weekend. A lot of sunshine, really warm temperatures. Got to drive around with my windows down for the first time in quite a while. Today we had some issues with the rain though. That looks to clear our region by tonight, and we are expecting a very pleasant Tuesday. The highest temperature yesterday came in at about 64. That's around 10 degrees warmer than our average for this time of year, which we have not seen above average temperatures for quite some time. We're still a little bit of a ways away from that 76 record, which was set way back in 1930. Our sunrise this morning came up at about 6:54 a.m. We're expecting the sun to set around 6:03 this evening. And compare that to about a month ago, you see we've gained about a half hour of daylight on either end of the day. And with that, you haven't been able to see much of it today due to all that overcast weather. The satellite picture is showing those clouds not only affecting our region, but much of the eastern part of the country right now. The surface pressure map is showing that that should clear our region by tonight. And with it will be a nice day tomorrow. We're expecting clear skies, warmer temperatures due to this warm front right here. With that, though, we're going to have a colder front move its way through on the rest of the week for Wednesday and Thursday, bringing temperatures in the low 40s for our high. We have this high-pressure system making its way eastward, and that will keep our conditions dry for the second half of the week, but we are keeping an eye on that cold front for Wednesday and Thursday. For the western part of the state, tomorrow is shaping up to be a really nice day. Partly cloudy skies in all three locations. Your high temperature is 49 for Asheville. Charlotte's at 57, and Greensboro coming in at 56. For your eastern side of the state, Outer Banks, Wilmington, Greenville, they're all showing really clear skies. A really great day to get out there. Enjoy the warmer temperatures. Outer Banks at 48, Wilmington 62, Greenville around 59. For back in our region for tonight, our low temperatures should be around 46 for your low, which is pretty mild. Showers are going to end early, and it should remain overcast through much of the evening hours. We look to clear up by tomorrow, however. Partly cloudy skies, warmer temperatures, high expecting to be around 62 for tomorrow. That looks to be the last of the 60-degree days for quite some time, unfortunately, as there's that cold front we're talking about on Wednesday, bringing temperatures only in the low to mid-40s for Wednesday and Thursday. Friday and Saturday look to warm up a little bit at about 51 and 53 for those highs. But tomorrow, you guys, definitely looks to be the best day on tap for the next 5 days anyway.
Well, I hope to be out there enjoying it for sure.
Definitely take advantage.
All right, thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
Many college students probably like the sound of free beer. Well, on Saturday, the World Homebrew Festival hosted homebrewers from across our state. Nightlight hosted the Homebrew Festival, and 40 brewers handed out samples for people to taste test. From 5 to 9, participants sipped a variety of homebrewed beer, listened to live music, and sampled sausages. Red Rye PA, made by Dan Caswell from Garner, won the taste test contest. The festival also showcased local artists like Lizzie Ross. Proceeds will benefit the MS Society. And while they were sipping some beers, the baseball team was hitting it up at the Bosch. The season started this weekend.
That's right. Sportscaster Simone Scott's here to tell us more.
That's right, Chris and Andrea. Great weekend, as Joe told us, for some baseball to start.
Sure was.
After the break, we'll talk about the baseball team, how they had a great weekend at the Bosch, and also some less than perfect times for the basketball team.
Mind and body.
Attaboy, Pinot.
And the food pyramid will help you find the right balance. Just remember, every color, every day.
Nothing can stop me now.
Eat right.
Here's an apple.
Be active.
Come on, I'll race you home.
Make it balanced.
This calls for a celebration.
A healthy lifestyle can lead to great things for your child. Visit mypyramid.gov to learn more.
Listen, I know you're upset, but it was just one date. And dating's like the stock market. There's ups and downs and ups and so always buy low.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Welcome to Carolina Week Sports. I'm Simone Scott. We all know about the poor conference play the men's and women's basketball team's been having. The bad news, it's not getting any better. Saturday at Boston College, the men got it going early for a change. Both John Henson and Tyler Zeller displaying some nice hook shots, maybe giving a glimpse of the future. But we all know Roy's boys are susceptible to scoring droughts, complete with unfortunate turnovers and little to no defense. Unfortunately, that's the exclamation point in yet another loss. Sunday, the women Heels wore pink against NC State for breast cancer awareness. Watch as Harriet Graffenreid drive to the basket for two. There she goes. She led the Heels with 22 points. But NC State was just too much down the stretch. Look at this shot from number 11. The Pack took the lead with that three and never looked back. State wins 74-63. UNC's now lost 6 of its past 7. No more Dustin Ackley. No more Alex White. After one weekend at the Bosch, no problem. Friday, catcher Jesse Wiersbicki gets things started with this home run. Now, bottom of the 10th, tie game. This wild pitch is going to bring home Dylan Haslett for the winning run. In Game 2, Patrick Johnson earned the victory for the Tar Heels. Here, he strikes out the side in the 5th inning. Now, Mike Cavassini hits a 2-run single in the 7th to give the Heels their first lead of the game. Carolina wins 4-2. Sunday, behind strong pitching from number 25, Colin Bates, solid defense, and aggressive base running, the Tar Heels were able to complete the sweep of George Washington 6-3. The men's lacrosse team has been an offensive powerhouse so far this season. Saturday, the Lehigh Mountain Hawks looks as if they're going to take this game to make it tight. But Carolina is going to be very impressive with goals like this from number 17. But the second half, Carolina is even more dominant with complete offense. The Heels can't miss the goal. With the shot after shot after shot. Number 14, Gavin Petraka seals the deal as the Heels roll 17-5. Now, the lacrosse team knows that victories are great, but as Nick King tells us, this team is playing for something much more important.
They're simple, but they represent a bond amongst a team. Blue bracelets, with a name on one side and dates on the other. They honor the life of former Pace lacrosse player Michael Pagari, older brother of UNC defenseman Kevin Pagari.
And all the guys on the team are wearing those? Or
pretty much everybody wears them.
When Kevin's brother passed away 15 months ago, he turned to lacrosse.
Once I got back to school, I really needed the lacrosse just to keep me focused and to keep my mind busy.
Have you always loved the game like that too?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think I have more passion for the game now after losing we always played together as little kids, and it's something that I could never imagine not doing.
It was those surrounding him on the field who made it that much more special.
They're just basically my family. I have almost 50 extra brothers that are in that locker room.
His coach recognizes how important that is.
For our guys to come together and to remember Kevin's brother, and just to surround him with love and support.
To know the impact his brother had on his life, you need only listen to Kevin.
How would you describe him?
Well, I never met anyone that never liked him, so he was definitely considered the man. He was funny, he was sweet, he was kind, and he was just a great person to be around.
He so wanted to honor him, he and his family started a foundation in his name.
The purpose of the foundation is to just honor Michael and just the type of person he was. He was a lacrosse player who was just a great teammate, always encouraging everybody and just always enjoying playing the game.
Joined by more than just a uniform, by even more than the bracelets, this team stands together so that Kevin Pagari never has to feel like he's standing alone. In Chapel Hill, I'm Nick King, Carolina Week Sports.
The foundation raised more than $50,000 in its first year and plans to sponsor a senior from Michaels High School each year who represents his qualities. What a great story. Having the conference championships in your backyard never hurts. Just ask the swim team. The women's swimming and diving team competed this weekend in the ACC championships at Corey Auditorium. Sophomore Laura Moriarty led the Tar Heels, winning all 3 of her events and breaking pool records in the 400 individual medley and the 200 breaststroke. That got Heels fans on their feet. Freshman Carly Smith finished second in both the 100 and 200 meter backstroke. The Tar Heels finished second behind Virginia. Championships aren't exactly something you hear about this early in the spring season, except if you're the softball team. The softball team won the Carolina Classic during the weekend behind some strong pitching from Daniel Spalding and company. The Heels also got the bats going, scoring 33 runs in 4 games while giving up only 3. That's what I call total domination. So Chris, Andrea, lots of great things going on.
Sure. Definitely. Thanks, Simone.
All right, thanks, Simone. There are a lot of famous people who call Chapel Hill home.
We'll introduce you to a rising star who's giving Betty Crocker a run for her money.
If you have a story idea, contact Carolina Week at 843-8292. You can also visit us online at carolinaweek.org. If you have questions about this program, write Carolina Week at Campus Box 3365, UNCCH, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 27599.
My name is LaDainian Tomlinson. By keeping kids in school, I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
Close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
To someone famous to be successful in your field.
But Bethany Tuggle tells us that it can be an important part of the recipe. Take a look.
Council, aka Sweet Niecy, is the creator and owner of Sweet Niecy cake mixes. From measuring to pouring to mixing and packaging, she does everything from the comfort of her own kitchen. Annette learned from the best. She's the daughter of Chapel Hill icon Mama Dip, and this is Niecy's way of keeping the family fame alive.
She has done great things in the community with her restaurant, and she's 81 years old now, and it's, the kids have to take over and keep this legacy continuing.
Annette can also thank her mom for the name of her new company.
Sweet Niecy is a nickname that I had when growing up as a young girl.
Although she admits she never really liked the nickname until she realized she could use it to make money.
I like that Sweet Niecy.
With her 3 mixes, you can get 100 recipes.
3-layer cakes, pound cakes, bundt cakes, sheet cakes, cupcakes.
All with a guaranteed made-at-home flavor you can prepare in just 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
That's right, 3 minutes. Then put it in the pan, pop it in the oven, and soon enough, your cake is ready. Just get yourself a plate, slice into the delicious dessert, and dig right in.
Preparing the mix is really a piece of cake, but this is definitely my favorite part. You have to try this.
And you can. The Sweet Niecy mixes are now on the shelves of many local stores, including Weaver Street Market, where Annette recently set up a sample table that was certainly a hit.
Wow, it's great. My favorite. Wow.
Your friends could have a similar reaction when you make it for them. Just don't forget the most important step.
Forget about the blender, because that's where the true love come in baking is. You got to put your hands in it.
With such a quick and easy process, I guess you could say you get to have your cake and eat it too. In Chapel Hill, I'm Bethany Tuggle, Carolina Week.
We want to send a special thanks to Sweet Niecy's, who has provided us with some of her world-famous chocolate cake right here for our news team.
Thank you so much, Niecy. This is delicious. We really are having our cake and eating it too, huh?
That's what I'm talking about right here.
So yummy.
Great way to end the day.
I need to share this with all my friends.
It's truly delicious, Sweet Niecy's. We appreciate it. That does it for this edition of Carolina Week.
Thanks for watching. Good night. I know.
It's a little dry.
It's so
Mine's a little dry.